The easiest way is to start looking at things like the children's allowance payment, because ultimately it's unearned income, it's tax free, you're getting it in there. Listen, for a lot of families, that is going on creche fees, after school care, activities, sport, whatever the case may be. So it's already been allocated in the budget. But if it's spare, if you have the capacity, well then yeah, you got to get it into some sort of a unit-linked savings plan. That's just a posh way of saying you get it into a managed fund with the likes of a Zurich or an Aviva or an Ireland or an Irish Life or Standard Life. I probably left out one of the insurance companies there, right? But someone like that. And you just set up a direct debit for an amount that you can afford every month and you get it going. Everyone obsesses about the amount. And a decision like that, where you're trying to figure out the amount, what happens is months go by. And that delay is a cost in and of itself. So my advice to clients is always, find an amount that's no problem to you. So an amount that means you don't have to get into a spreadsheet and work out how much you can contribute. An amount that off the top of your head you go, yeah, we can definitely kick in 200 a month or 300 a month or whatever the case may be. Do that. You probably could afford more. We'll figure it out as we go. But get that in. So then when you do your reviews and you're sitting down with your advisor and you're saying, well, right, that's going great, happy with that, okay. In terms of your funding target, you're not there. You're about 2/3 of your target at your current rate of contribution. Okay, so if you want to hit that target, you're probably going to have to save a bit more. Have you got a bit more? Oh God, yeah, I do, definitely. Because even after that's gone out, we still have a bit of an excess there in the current account every month. Or actually, no, God, no. It's since that's gone out, it's kind of been money in, money out type thing. Grant, no harm. But just pick an amount that's no problem. Get it going. And if there's an extra few bob there, you can always top it up later. But the cost of third level education isn't getting any cheaper, particularly if you're going to have to fund accommodation. So you have to factor that in. And we're back to that age-old argument about inflation. The amount of people in this country who are saving the children's allowance in the post office is crazy. And they're saving it for college, which is even crazier, because they're starting it at 2 years of age for an event that may be 15, 16, 17 years away. And it's literally eroding at 2% inflation, 4% inflation, 5% inflation every year. And then when they get, and in and of themselves, they go, well, I saved 15,000 over the last 15 years and it's worth 15,300. So you can go, at least didn't lose money, whatever. And you can say, well, I did okay with that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because saving is better than borrowing. But I'm saying if they had just put it into the market and got it invested over a 15-year period, they might have had 20,000 euro instead of 15. They might have had 25,000 instead of 15. And then the cost of that college wouldn't have been burdensome, and they wouldn't be dipping into their own pocket today saying, isn't it scandalous how much rent, people in Carlow, I'm from Carlow, people in Carlow are charging to go to college in Carlow. I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's the problem. So if you have adequate savings and you've made the right investment decisions, well then you can afford that type of cost increase.